Grandpa Ranty here is yelling into his phone again. Watch this.
Okay, all you goddamn civilians have had your say. Now, I did almost 23 years in the infantry, not intel, not in those little light duty things, and no, I was not a Ranger airborne guy. I didn't have 15 years to fuck up shit on operations. I'm a 10th Mountain Man, basically. But here's the rub. Those 6 individuals from the Congress, being Democrats, have no right to say shit to anybody in the military. We are fully briefed on what rules of engagement are. We are fully briefed on how the Uniform Code of Military Justice works. Article 92, Article 91, Article 93, Article 96. And you assholes need to stay the fuck out of an institution that you have proven by your actions and words that you hate. You tried to screw it up with your DEI trans-testicle bullshit.
There you go.
Thank God we got Donald Trump getting and PX getting that shit the fuck out of my army. And all the people I've served with, write your congressman and tell them that you believe that these 6 individuals need to be thrown in jail for seditious acts and traitorous behavior. Because I guarantee, folks, if we said that shit in the military, we'd be in Leavenworth after a court-martial. Or kicked the fuck out, or both. So you Democrats, shut your fucking mouth. You've done more damage to this goddamn country than anybody else, and you've been damaging it since 1861.
Fuck you.
You screwed over black people. You wanted to keep them slaves. You developed the KKK. You developed Jim Crow. You opposed the 1958 and 1964 Civil Rights Amendment, and then you act like you're massive.
A Democrat signed the Civil Rights Movement, you idiot.
For 42 days, which you Democrats created that boondoggle by getting people not to get out and work.
Wow.
I didn't do almost 23 years in the Army to listen to shit from you people. You're not in the chain of command. You're from
then learn
Congress.
to scroll, asshole.
The president's in the chain of command. The SecDef is or the Secretary of War is in the chain of command. I like how they turned it back.
SecDef. You had it right the first time.
The bottom line is, shut your fucking pie hole and go to jail where you belong.
That's about as un-American as it gets,
I guarantee never saw any hard time in Iraq or Afghanistan.
How about
or
Trump?
Anywhere else in that matter.
When did Trump serve?
I did this, I did that. Really? I want to see your DD-214.
When did Trump serve?
I want to see your service records.
When did Trump serve?
I want to see your supposed OERs. You know,
when
I've
did Trump serve?
A bunch of great officers. 98% of the officers I've had in the Army were wonderful. The other 2% didn't survive. You know why? Because it's teamwork. We all brief each other. NCOs are in charge of not just training troops and teaching them correct behavior and correct rules of engagement, but we're also here to teach officers. And any officer who jumps up and says, well, I was a captain in the Navy, and you ought to goddamn know better. Unless you were just too busy farting around and not having to deal with it on the ground like I had and a bunch of my buddies and female soldiers. You're a disgrace.
Yes,
goddamn disgrace.
Yes,
and you need to go to goddamn jail for that shit. Because you know what? The very same people that you hate, if we said anything like that in the military, we'd be going to Leavenworth after a court-martial. Goddamn double standard pieces of shit.
Nobody in the military reminds you to follow
Fuck
legal
these
orders?
Assholes. Put them in jail, President Trump. That's where they goddamn belong. This is the same kind of rhetoric they did back in the 1850s, stirring up shit.
Someone come please pick up their idiot grandpa.